Welcome back to another episode on the Crossbar channel. Today we have a full day ahead. Full house in the Premier League. Well, almost full. We have a couple of games tomorrow, but pretty much full house today. Early game was Man United against Everton that just ended. The Red Devil won the game but lost big, losing Marcus Rashford. So, without wasting any more time, let's roll. All right, the game just ended 2-0 for Manchester United at home at Old Trafford. The Red Devil did the job 2-0, putting the pressure on Newcastle, really, and Tottenham to win their respective games. The game started, I'm going to say right off the bat, Anthony, I mean, you're my boy, but today he had three opportunities. United could have been 3-0. I'm going to say 4-0, but specifically by Anthony, they could have been 3-0 before halftime. He had those balls from Bruno Fernandes, even from De Gea, across the whole team, and he was one on one, and he chose the wrong solution every time, trying to open his left foot, trying to curl it, and he missed it chance after chance after chance. United could have won easily that game, but Anthony was under the weather today. I don't know if it's a symptom, if it's a one-off thing, or it's just what he's become now. And I've noticed he's been trying to do that Ajax move of his, going on the right side, coming back on the left, and curl the ball. He haven't been able to curve that ball in the back of the net consistently this season, like he used to do in Ajax. But nonetheless, United won 2-0. Like I said, the ghost of Anthony Martial came in and scored a second goal from a huge mistake by Everton. Marcus Rashford wanted to score. He was full of good intentions, but then he ended up being injured, and we don't know the full scope of his injury yet. Hopefully for United, it's not a big one because and this front line is really the only one you can see that can make an actual difference in the front line. Today they started Jadon Sancho on the left, Anthony on the right, and Rashford started centrally. I'm pretty sure he wanted to play on the left. That's his favorite position, and Van Hove can play central. But now that he's gone, United's gonna have to. Hopefully, it's not a long injury because they only have 8 games left, and well, pretty much 9 because you have one game in hand. If Marcus Rashford's muscle injury, because he was really not, he was not hit by anyone. It was the ball was crossed ahead by Ericsson. He trying to control it, and I think he tears something. Hopefully, it's not that deep. But if he was, can he miss the rest of the season? If he does, that's gonna be detrimental for United, especially they're fighting for the Champions League spot. They're only 6 points ahead, one game in hand against with Tottenham. But yeah, Marcus Rashford, he's been their lifesaver, really. They can't afford to lose him. Hopefully, it's nothing. This thing always happen usually early games. I was concerned about that game. If you remember the previous video after they play 2 days ago, I say this early morning game can get to them. I thought they might struggle to win, but they managed to win 2-0. But I'm pretty sure Ten Hag would rather win 1-0 and keep Marcus Rashford, even a draw really, and keep Marcus Rashford because he's kind of been the lifesaver in the front line. But nonetheless, Anthony Martial is back. Christian Eriksen is back. Fred came in. He had a good difference. McTominay played a really solid game. And Martinez, central defender, I think was the best defender between the pair, between he and Harry Maguire. Also, Malaysia, I liked his game today. But yeah, they did the job. 2-0, like I said, first game early. Now we're going to wait on Newcastle playing Brentford, Tottenham and playing Brighton. So, yeah, United did what they have to do, really. Again, the only big problem is how long will Marcus Rashford injury last? And I don't know how the United fan feel about it. Can United make a push for the top four without Marcus Rashford in the remaining 9 games? They should be able to, but I don't. Personally, I don't think they could. The only way they can is if Newcastle and Tottenham are inconsistent, which they've been sort of inconsistent throughout the season, so that can help them a little bit. With Van Horth and number 9, Sancho, Anthony, Martial is back, Ericsson is back, Bruno Fernandes still there, the big boss of the midfield. So, and maybe they'll get Casemiro back. Who knows? But yeah, I think United can try to do it without Rashford. But as you can see, I'm not too optimistic about it. But anything is possible in football, especially since you're fighting for the spot with Brighton, Tottenham, Newcastle. These 3 teams are not the most consistent teams, so they can manage the last 9 games. Yet again, we can find out tomorrow. it was nothing. And Marcus Rashford can be ready to play next week. I'm not sure it will be because the way as soon as that happened, he requested a sub. So it tells me either he didn't want to take any risk or it was just, this is what it is. He can't play anymore. But we found out later. And I will keep you guys posted on Marcus Rashford's injury or the Man United supporter out there. We have few more games coming up shortly, really, in about less than an hour. We're gonna have playing Chelsea, Tottenham, Brighton, Leicester City, Bournemouth, Fulham, West Ham, Brentford, Newcastle, Aston Villa, Nottingham Forest, and then a little later today, Manchester City is gonna face off with Southampton. So we're gonna come back after the game. We're gonna watch the Chelsea game, see how Frank Lampard does in his first day back in the office. Really, first game back in the office against Wolves. So wish him the best. But yeah, we'll come back right after this game.